Israeli tanks reached the Rafah border crossing with Egypt on Tuesday, taking control of the Palestinian side. This marks the first time that Israel controls all entry points of the Gaza Strip since the start of the war in October. The Israeli military said it seized the crossing after receiving intelligence it was being used for terrorist purposes, but did not provide evidence to support the assertion. The crossing has been the main route for food and medical supplies to enter the Gaza Strip, where aid organizations say millions are facing the possibility of famine.
Israel has rejected a ceasefire deal with Hamas, with officials criticizing it as watered down and far from the country's basic demands. Details of what was in the proposal have been scarce, but it's believed to have included an exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners and the withdrawal of the Israeli military from Gaza. The news that Hamas had agreed to the proposal was met with jubilation on the streets of Rafah among Gaza's war-weary population.
Now, Vladimir Putin begins his fifth term as Russian president in an opulent Kremlin inauguration that's due to get underway in around an hour's time. In fact, already in office for nearly a quarter of a century, the longest-serving Kremlin leader since Stalin, Putin's new term will not expire until 2030, when he could even stand again to run for a further 6 years. Putin credited with transforming Russia from a country emerging from economic collapse, but of course severely criticised by powers around the world for his full-scale invasion of Ukraine, turning it into a pariah state that threatens global security.
Off the South Korean coast, an Australian warship's helping enforce UN sanctions against Kim Jong-un's regime. Last weekend, this Seahawk chopper was operating from HMAS Hobart over international waters of the Yellow Sea when it was intercepted by a Chinese military jet. Like with this encounter involving the Americans last year,
flares.
The People's Liberation Army aircraft fired flares towards the path of the Australian helicopter.
Reports are emerging of a massive security breach in the UK. The Ministry of Defence has suffered a significant data breach and the personal information of several military personnel. According to reports, China is behind this massive breach. The attack is believed to have been carried out 2 or 3 times on a third-party payroll system. The system includes details of tens of thousands of British Armed Forces personnel and veterans. Upon revelation of the breach, the department has taken immediate action and took the external network operated by a contractor offline.